live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Mick Strawn.
An anthology series on Hulu.
Yes.
Bloomhouse.
Yes. This is our first one.
Yes. The Body. And so they're doing an anthology series for
Into the Dark.
From what appears to be holidays.
Right.
All the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the Halloween one.
This is Halloween.
This is the first one.
Okay.
And I think it could get better, but I'm not sure.
It has a lot of room to get better.
I was actually I was disappointed because I was expecting this to be at least as good as the movies that you see in the theaters that we've seen.
I was disappointed because I kept thinking to myself, I'm watching this and I could have been taking a nap because I've got a lot of stuff to do this weekend, You
didn't think that the premise was kind of interesting, though? I mean, it had potential, like at the beginning, where he was dragging the body around.
Yes.
And it was Halloween, so nobody thought anything about it. I mean, but that kind of gag went on a little too long, maybe. Way too long. And then
wait.
The story didn't make much sense.
Can I be really honest with you? I have completely forgotten.
You forgot the whole plot.
This whole thing. I mean, all I have this vague memory of him dragging a saran wrap body down the street.
Right.
That is the only thing I remember. But wait. I shouldn't say that.
The story didn't make much sense.
The only other thing that I remembered didn't.
Well, the whole thing with the girl.
The girl, and they were in with the detective, and why were they trying to dissolve a body again? I don't understand. I didn't understand what the motive. Here's the thing.
I think they're going for some weird humor.
So the guy.
Wasn't working for me.
No. I know what they were trying to do. I'm just saying. The thing is there's. Why did they steal that thing? Right? Why did they steal that thing?
Well, I think one of them even said that. Why did we steal this?
Yeah, why did we steal this thing? Yeah, exactly. I thought it would have been also, by the way, the one that is left standing at the end, I thought it would have been really cool if she was there as the boss.
The final girl, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but she wound up being just randomly, tougher than the last guy. So, whatever. Yeah.
It would have been better as a short movie, like if it was like 20 minutes long.
Well, see, and there was the girl was gorgeous.
She was Rebecca Rittenhouse,
right?
Is that?
She was beautiful. I mean, her face was just amazing.
Yeah.
Look at that face. So you can tell that this was a inexpensive movie because our gang, Public Domain, was on the TV. Thank God for Public Domain. Because if it wasn't for Public Domain, we wouldn't have.
Do you know what movies in Public Domain that I was happy about?
What?
John Travolta, Bubble Boy, I think it's called.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, I saw it on the Internet Movie Archive.
Well, how about this? The film we just watched was in Public Domain.
Ah, yeah.
Trimark, because Trimark went out of business. Trimark held the rights to that. And
wow.
That's why it was on YouTube for free. It wasn't out of the goodness of their hearts. Trust me on this.
You're talking about that movie we saw with Peter Jackson did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. By the way, there was an example of the worst ricochet shot I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And just for a moment here, if there was a ricochet against something that was soft enough to dent, right?
Right.
It isn't going to bounce.
Right.
I'm just saying, because if it went for the dent, that means it lost a huge amount of inertia.
Probably in the dent, right?
Right, exactly. It was like,
I had the same thought.
Please.
Well, the main character was, I don't think his performance was that great.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how to say that nicely,
and why is it that when you push somebody's eyes all the way in, they die? I mean, I could understand that.
I saw that in a movie.
But he would be blind.
Yeah. There was a movie I was watching where I saw that happen.
He'd be blind.
Well, I guess you push your finger through the brain is the idea.
Well, yeah, but that's not what happened. You didn't push that hard. And the knife was a stupid shape. This is gonna be a McBitch session. Okay? Why did they take the body? Don't know.
So, yeah, nothing made sense, really.
Yeah, nothing made sense. And the music sucked. It sounded... You know what was weird is the music had this odd kind of 80s beat to it, but not even a good 80s beat. Sort of like a 80s bad porn beat to it. It was... Ugh.
That's a good way to describe it.
There was a nice kill, but I can't remember what it was. Which was the nice kill? See, you don't even know.
I don't even know. I think they were trying to go for comedy, but they missed.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they were trying to be a serious horror movie here. I think it was like hey, let's take horror and do some weird story and kind of try to make it funny.
Yeah,
but it didn't work out to me. For me, it didn't make it funny.
Well,
especially with the group of kids with the shopping cart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell a story here. That's all I care about. Okay,
well, let's rate this. So I give it a. I give it a high 1.
No. I sort of got I was going to go 1.7, and there's nothing that I have heard you say that's changed my mind at all.
No, I actually agree with you pretty much.
And I'm only adding.
Have you noticed I haven't said much? It's because I agree.
Right.
It's because I agree with you.
I'm only adding the 0.7 onto the 1 because I think the girl was just flat out gorgeous.
Well, I'd give her like an 8.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah,
okay.
So I wanted to tell a story about a rat, and I tell you what. Here's what reminded me of it.
Story time. It's story time with Mick. Story time with Mick. Story time with Mick.
They're on the streets, of L.A., right? And the funny thing is they happen to go across the mouth of an alley that I have filmed in before.
Oh, really?
And it was for a P. Diddy commercial, P. Diddy video, right? and this
Wait,
video,
you worked on a P. Diddy video?
Yeah, I know. Whatever. Anyway, I was just working effects. I was just.
Well, consider my mind blown there.
I was just an effects guy, right? I remember that.
You don't remember what song it was?
No, oh. I remember that there was half of an airplane involved in it.
Okay.
Other than that, I really, we were doing smoke on a rooftop, and I remember that we were doing smoke on the rooftop, and they didn't get the grounds right, and they reversed it, and so I have this fogger, and I pushed the button to turn the fogger on. Like this to make it come out, and all of a sudden it's just electrocuted my hand, and it made me
freeze up.
And I was fighting it, and it made me cramp. And the thing is because I was really cramped trying to stay out of the way because I'm on a rooftop, right? And on this rooftop, it didn't have any place to hide. It was basically just a rooftop, with just a couple of things, and I remember that I was trying to hide behind a really small air conditioning unit, right? And so I'm scrunched down like this, and my fogger is right beside me, and I got to have the fog coming out from the side of the air conditioning unit, and I press the button, and as I do, and it turns on, the ground is reversed, and all of a sudden it just makes me just clench around the fogger. Okay. Now, I'm really screwed because the fogger is electrocuting me.
Yeah.
And yet, I can't get out of this position.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm leaning up against the air conditioning unit, and I don't have anywhere to get out, right?
Yeah.
And so finally they realize that at the end of cut and everything, that the smoker is still going off. right? It's still just pumping, and you know, like nobody can see anything because I'm just fogging everything to living shit. You know, and every time I try and say something, it comes out like this.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to say the words. I'm gonna die over there. And finally, and the great thing is I was saved by this electrician who just looks exactly like an electrician looks, you know, that sort of half glazed. I really don't give a shit about my job or your job or anybody's job. Just walks out of the fog. Just really casually looks at me, and he just bends down and unplugs it. And I'm just like, oh!
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So here's the thing. So then later on, we're shooting in the alley that I saw, right? And I'm back in the alley once again with the fogger, right? And I'm back in now.
At this point, it's fixed.
It's fixed.
Okay.
I turn around and so I'm just supposed to give this little puff, and P. Diddy is at the mouth of the alley like this.
Back then, he was probably called Puff Daddy.
He was Puff Daddy. No, he.
So your word was appropriate.
No, he was Puff Daddy. No, he was Puff Daddy at that point.
So a little puff of smoke.
So yeah. he's like at the mouth of the alley, and the alley is all behind him, and he's gonna start walking down towards the alley. But the camera's behind him, right? Like he's walking away from the camera. And so I'm back here and I'm doing my little puff. In the meantime, and I am behind trash cans. Now, it's a rock video. Now, here's the thing. The difference between working on a movie and a rock video is one thing.
Well, rap, really. I mean,
rap,
hip hop, whatever.
I mean, it was
whatever.
Music.
It was a video.
It was a video. And the thing is they don't clean the alleys. You know, it's like guerrilla warfare, right? And so I'm behind these disgusting trash cans in the middle, like this funky part of LA, right? In an alley, and I'm hiding back here, and I look over there, and right next to me is a trash can with a lid on it, and there's a rat the size of a cat. I mean, honest to God, and I swear to God, they were everywhere down there. It was not like a question of like, oh, I saw a rat the size of a cat. You know, it was like, ooh, hey, I saw a rat that wasn't the size of a cat yesterday, and so he goes, oh shit, well, you weren't downtown, were you? Right. No, I was. No, man, and he's just watching me like I'm in his territory, right? Right. And I'm like, I'm boom, 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 and finally it's like, you know, it's like go away. Yeah. And he just looks at me, right?
Did he do this? Did he flip you off?
So I'm in the middle shot, and finally he just looks at me. And I reach over and I look back here and I get like a cardboard tube, right? You know, and I hit the can, see if he'd go away, and he jumped on me.
Oh my God.
Dude, I came up out of that trash can out into the middle of the shot, right? Oh. P. Diddy is walking towards me away from the camera. He's really pissed off. It's like, and finally I turned and go, well, screw you. And I didn't say screw. I said, screw you, man. A goddamn rat there. And he looks at the rat, and I look at the rat, and he just gave me this. Okay.
I want to see that footage of you like.
Well, yeah. I can guarantee you that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, you know.
So anyway, good times had by all.
So there's a little trivia thing. Try to find the video. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The P. Diddy video.
I have to think to myself of all the video, all the film that that just ain't there anymore. That just has hilarious things on it.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.